In this video, I'm going to show you the top 5 legit websites that pay you $600 per day to read online. Watch this video closely because they're hiring right now, and you definitely don't want to miss this incredible money-making opportunity. But first, let's talk about why you're getting paid to read out loud online. Basically, this is all about narration. Yes, and it's such a lucrative opportunity right now because we are in the middle of what experts are calling the digital content revolution. And there are a bunch of people making as much as a lawyer or a doctor every month with no prior experience, and this is where narration comes in. Because the more demand for digital content rises, like online courses, tutorials, video, content, and audiobooks, the more demand for narration is skyrocketing. In short, there are a lot of money to be made because of the current trend. We're going to consider these 5 factors on each website to decide which websites is best for you to jump into and which one will make you the most money, so you won't end up wasting a bunch of your time unnecessarily. Make sense? Factor number 1 is reputation and credibility. You don't want to get connected or waste your time on any website that is not legit. So here we're looking at reputation, credibility, and any scores or ratings that the websites will have gotten, and any user reviews. Factor number 2 is user experience. Because also, who wants to waste their time on a platform that is really hard to use, and you're going to spend hours trying to figure out how to use it. So here we're evaluating ease of getting started, ease of navigation, and again, any user reviews and feedback about how it feels to use the website. Factor number 3, book selection. Obviously, you want to choose a website that has as many books and genres available so that you have a multitude of options to choose from. So we're going to look at not only how many books the website offers and how many genres are available, but also if there's an opportunity for premium content or any kind of specific content. Factor number 4, payment and compensation. Very important, you want to make sure that not only you get paid, but you get paid well. So we're going to look at the rates as well as when and how you get paid, as well as whether there is an opportunity to get bonuses or any type of incentives. And lastly, factor number 5, support and community. You don't want to underestimate how important having the right support on a platform is. Trust me, when you get stuck, you want them to respond as quickly as possible because time is money. You don't want to waste that. So we're going to look at the quality of support and whether there is a community feature and whether there are trainings, tutorials, and resources that are offered to make sure that you get started the right way and you can start making money as quickly as possible. So let's dive in and let's look at the most known websites for narration and see which one do I recommend that you get started with. Website number 1, acx.com. It's a website that is owned by Amazon, which gives it a lot of credibility, obviously, and not only that, but also on Trustpilot, it has received 4 out of 5 ratings, particularly because of its connection with Amazon in terms of the user experience. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 as well, and here's why. In terms of ease of use and ease of getting started, that's definitely there because essentially all you need to do is create a profile and upload a sample of your narration, and you're good to go and ready to get started. However, when it comes to the overall interface, so the UI of the website, it's not necessarily super easy to navigate. It's not the hardest I've seen, but also not the easiest. And also there are some glitches that I've read about, and that's the reason why I'm only giving it a 4 out of 5 in terms of user experience. On book selection though, I wish I could give it a 6 out of 5 because obviously due to the connection with Amazon, there is a huge diversity and a huge number of books and genres that you can choose from, which gives you such a great opportunity to pick the genres and the types of books that you resonate with and that your voice fits with the most so that you have the highest chances to get picked or selected for that project and get paid for the narration that you've done. So on this one, definitely 5 out of 5. When it comes to payment and compensation, acx.com allows you to set your own rates, and that can be good or bad. Now, in terms of your experience, as well as the length of the project that you're working on, you can get paid more or less. And I've read about people making even $500 per hour of finished product. Now, obviously, it can take you a lot longer to finish 1 hour of reading depending on your expertise, on your accent, and on the book itself. So I'm not stating that you are going to make $500 an hour. Most likely not, but because you can set your own rates, that definitely allows you to reach a level of compensation that would fit your expectations. Not only that, but acx.com will pay you for meeting a certain set of expectations. So if you get a good rating from the author, for example, they'll pay you more. Or if you finish the project ahead of the deadline, they will pay you more, so they have all of these incentives to make sure that they get you excited about delivering great quality early or on time. So in terms of payment and compensation, compensation, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5. Not because they don't pay well, but because it's so intricate to figure out how much should you charge. Last but not least, the support and community. Now, in terms of support, there's both good and bad feedback that I've read about, so I'm not going to give them a 5 out of 5. However, they do offer a lot of tutorials, a lot of video trainings, and a great community that you can not only ask questions to, but also get feedback from. So I think support and community-wise, they deserve a 4 out of 5. So overall, let's give them 4.5 out of 5. I don't think it's a bad website. I just think you need to know what you're getting yourself into. And it could be good for you as a beginner, particularly because of the selection of books that they have available. So you can start with shorter books, not to waste a lot of time before you start monetizing your narration skills. And then with time, you can start specializing on a certain author. If you can create that connection with the author on a certain genre of books or maybe a certain language. The second website that I suggest we look into today is Voices.com, and this is a platform that connects voice actors and voice talent with whoever is looking to hire for that. And since they've been around since 2003, they've won multiple awards. They're very well known in the industry. I'm going to give them a 5 out of 5 for reputation. In terms of user experience, that's pretty straightforward as well. 5 out of 5 in my opinion. Nothing unexpected. Create your profile, upload your work, and you're good to go. Now, in terms of book selection, because this video is all about reading books out loud, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5. And the reason why I'm doing this is because their book selection is not as wide as that of Axe.com. However, they do have games that you could get selected for. They do have other projects or commercials where you can get nominated or appointed in, so there are other options for you. However, I'm going to give them only a 4 out of 5. In terms of payment and compensation, this is a trickier one, so I've debated between giving them a 3 out of 5 and a 4 out of 5. And here's why. They do have SurePay, which is a way to secure payments and make sure that you actually get paid for your work, which I think is amazing because everybody's looking for legit opportunities, right? However, they do take a commission from the money that you make. And it's not a surprise because obviously Upwork does that as well. And many of these platforms do that. It's the way they monetize the community and the marketplace that they've created. So it makes sense, but you don't want to see your money become lesser because the platform takes the commission. So I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5 for payment and compensation. Last, in terms of support and community, well, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5 here as well. Support happens by phone and by email. Hopefully in the near future, they could have a chat bot that can support their users in a more modern way. So in terms of support, it's there, but might not be the fastest. In terms of community, they do offer a forum where you can connect with other users and discuss and get feedback from one another. So overall, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5 as a platform. Do I think they're bad? Absolutely not. Do I think they're the best? Maybe not. Let's stay tuned for the next ones. Next up, website number 3 that pays you to read out loud, which is Findaway Voices. This one is a dedicated audiobook production and distribution company with its own website. So if we're looking for narrator opportunities, definitely Findaway Voices needs to be on the list. Now, in terms of reputation and credibility, I'm going to give them a 5 out of 5. And the reason why I'm doing this is because in the industry, they are known to have high-quality products that they produce and distribute. And actually on Trustpilot, they have a 4.7 out of 5 ratings. So in my opinion, 5 out of 5. In terms of user experience and getting started, I'm going to give them a 5 out of 5 as well. I don't think there is any difficulty in getting started with them. Create your profile, get started, you're good to go. In terms of book selection, I'm going to give them a 5 out of 5 because they are a dedicated audiobook company and they have their own production. Let's say I believe that they have huge potential, and you will be able to find a lot of great books and great projects that you can work on. Not only that, but they do have premium and exclusive content as well. So I'm going to give them 5 out of 5 for book selection. For payment and compensation, however, there are some aspects that they can improve on. So I'm going to give them a 3 out of 5 for payment and compensation. Not because you won't get paid well, but also because they do take a commission out of your money. In terms of support and community, let's do 4 out of 5. Just to be honest and keep the same rating as we had for Voices.com, because the situation is more or less the same. Their support also works via phone or email. Still opportunity for improvement there, I'd say. And then in terms of community, they also have a forum, so not the best in the industry, but definitely good enough. So 4 out of 5 and overall in my opinion, so definitely a strong contender when it comes to competing with ACX. I think Findaway Voices has a lot of potential, but I think they need to look into their payment structure, as well as improve their support and community aspect, because I think there's more to be done in that space. Moving on to website number 4 that pays you to read online, Bunny Studios. It is a platform that connects voice actors and voice talent, including narrators, with businesses that need this kind of support and services. They've been in the industry since 2012. They are known for high-quality services, and they've worked with some known writers, so because of that, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5 rating for reputation and credibility. I haven't been able to find any awards or nominations or any other ratings that Bunny Studios has gotten, so that's why I'm giving them a 4 out of 5. In terms of user experience, nothing out of the ordinary here either. You can get started pretty straightforwardly, pretty easily, so I'm going to give them a 5 out of 5 as well. When it comes to the book selection, here's where I got a little bit disappointed, and I'm going to give them only 3 out of 5, and that's because their focus is not audiobooks. So that means the number of projects that you can get on Bunny Studios is probably lower. So it will take some time until you get picked for a project, or until your narration gets selected, and probably also even longer until you find something that you resonate with and that you want to read for. So because of that 3 out of 5 in terms of book selection, in terms of payment and compensation, they do pay the artists based on their level of experience, and in terms of how they do that, they usually pay within 5 to 7 days after the author approves the project via PayPal. So if PayPal does not work in your country, which I know some of you have been flagged before, then maybe Bunny Studios won't be for you. So for payment and compensation, I'm going to give them 3.5 out of 5. The reason why I'm debating is because they do have some incentives like ACX do. So they will pay you if you finish ahead of time. They will pay you for rush work, so they do have some incentives. And that's why I don't feel good about giving them only 3 for payment and compensation. In terms of support and community, well, their support is not just email and phone. They do have a live chat as well. Thank God. And in terms of community, they do have that option too. So I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5 for support and community. Overall, Bunny Studios, I believe 4 out of 5 in terms of overall rating. Finally, website number 5 that pays you to read online, Voice Productions. This is a smaller platform, not so well known in the industry. It does not have the same reputation and credibility as some of the others do. So for this side of our evaluation, I'm going to give them only a 3 out of 5. In terms of user experience, again, not great. The onboarding process of signing up and creating a profile is not as straightforward as I've seen with the other platforms. It feels a little bit outdated, to be honest. So again, here I'm going to give them a 3 out of 5 for a user experience. In terms of book selection, because they're a smaller platform, I'm going to give them a 3 out of 5. They don't have as many options as some of the others do. In terms of payment and compensation, I do like that they don't take a commission, so that's definitely a plus in my books, but they do also only pay via PayPal, and it takes 10 to 15 days after the project gets approved until you get the money, so because of that, I'm going to give them only a 3 out of 5. And in terms of support and community, their support is obviously email and phone, but they don't have a community, so I'm going to give them a 2 out of 5 here. So overall rating for Voice Productions is probably about 3 out of 5. Definitely something that you don't want to ignore, but not the first one that I would send you to spend your time working with. Now that you have learned all 5 legit websites that pay you to read online, comment below to let me know which one you like the most. If you want to discover the #1 way to make money online right now using AI as a complete beginner with zero experience, click the first link in the video description below to get started. Before you tune out, remember to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell for more latest money-making videos. And if you want to learn the 4 genius ways to make money online with ChatGPT, watch the next video here on the screen. Remember, share the wealth and let's get rich together.